Hey, good evening guys, and welcome to another exciting year of the Big Red Hockey Pool. In this video we're going to be talking about numerous things going on with the 2014-2015 season. We're excited to be back with the ESPN Fantasy Hockey family. This is our second year with them. We're still learning a few of the things that they have to offer compared to our old site at Pool Expert, but I believe that these changes are positive, and I'm excited to tell you about them. So welcome to another year of fantasy hockey. The first thing we want to talk about in this video is a proposed revised playoff format. Last year we had 4 teams from each division making the playoffs. This year it's been brought to my attention that maybe 3 teams from each division making the playoffs would be better, with the first place team receiving a bye in round 1. Please head over to the website and vote. Let me know what you guys think. If you have any comments or questions, feel free to email me and I'd be happy to discuss those with you. If you've been on the website already, you've probably noticed that some of the positions that your players were listed under last year may have changed. ESPN every year reevaluates players based on the time they spent at a position in the previous season. They want to make sure that everything is as realistic as possible and that someone who came into the league as a center and has played right wing for the last 9 years isn't still listed as a center, so they go by season. So if you notice a couple of changes, that's just because that's ESPN's way. There's nothing that we can do to override that, and everyone's rolling with the punches as everyone's rosters are most likely affected at least with one player. So keep that in mind moving forward. If you guys want to get a jump start on preparing your roster for this next year, please head over to the website and start selecting your 10 keepers that you want to keep going into the 2014-15 season. Just like all the other years, you can only keep 2 players at each position, so you're going to have 2 at each position, making a total of 10. That works out real easy. But for your prospects, the 3 guys who are on your bench as rookies, please send me an email and let me know who you want to keep and who you're not planning to keep. That's the best way for us to do that, and I'll make sure that they stay on your team if you want to keep them. And remember, if they've been on your bench now for 2 years, you have to either release them back into the free agent pool or make them one of your 10 keepers moving forward. And now the moment you've all been waiting for, the 2014 Big Red Hockey Pool Draft Lottery. As you can see, our bottom 3 finishers from last year's pool have their names here. Sam, who finished in 10th place, will have his name in 5 times for the top pick in the 2014 draft. Dwayne, who finished 9th, will have his name in 3 times. And John, who finished 8th, will have his name in 1 time. Alright guys, all the names are in the bowl here. I'm going to give it a good stir, make sure I'm not looking or anything. And now, the first pick in the 2014 Big Red Hockey Pool Draft goes to Sam. Which is fitting, Sam. You have not lost your bottom spot, which is kind of the top spot here. So now we're picking for the second pick overall. Sam again. Dwayne. So the order remains the same. Sam will have the first pick, Dwayne will pick second, and John will pick third. The rest of the order is reverse order of where you finished in last year's standings. Alright guys, just a couple of dates and times to remember here to wrap up our video. On Friday, September 19th at 10 p.m. Central Time, that's our time zone if you're wondering, all of your 10 keepers are due. Karen, don't laugh. All of your 10 keepers are due. On the following day, Saturday, September 20th, that's when the trade period will be open. So from Saturday, September 20th to October 3rd, which is draft date, that's when your trade window is open. So if you want to make a trade with a player that you don't plan to keep, someone who's outside of your 10 keepers, you can do that. So just for instance though, if John Harms and I were to trade a player to each other, we would also have to either trade our top overall pick or we would lose that pick, just because that's the compensation that needs to be made if you're holding 11 players going into the draft. Alright, so that does it for another year. I hope you enjoyed the video. I hope it answered as many questions as you need. If there is anything else that you need, please feel free to email me back. You'll find my email coming out right away here. Just a couple other things to remember. The draft is going to be Friday, October 3rd, 7 p.m. at Don Hebert's place. That's on Chestnut Bay. I can't remember the house number, but I'll include that in the email. It's going to be $25 just like it was last year. I think that amount worked out well for our new format. I think that's about it, guys. Thanks a lot. Looking forward to seeing you again real soon.